Yo, yo, yo. Yo, get on in here. Yo, yo. What's happening? What's happening, man? Talking about men, excuse me, men who don't take care of their children. Y'all share this. Double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. Men who don't take care of their children. As a man, I wouldn't even hang around a man who I know don't take care of his children. Y'all double tap that screen. Double tap that screen. This is the deprogram show. Men who don't take care of their children. Also, go to YouTube and subscribe to the channel. Would you kick it with a man you know don't support his children? Hey, man, it's bad out here, man. It's bad. I just don't get it, man. I honestly wouldn't hang with a dude who don't support his children because that's bad on all types of levels. That shows he's not responsible. He will drop his seed off, and he's reckless, man. So what that shows is appreciate the heart, appreciate the heart. Double tap that screen, double tap that screen. Also, go to the YouTube and follow the Deprogram Show on YouTube. All right, I made this post, man. I run across this all the time. It's like it's puzzling to me, men who don't take care of their children. You see guys who just live carelessly. Appreciate that, Rose, y'all. I appreciate that, man. Double tap that screen. Also, if y'all ain't follow me, follow the Deprogram Show on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, all that, but especially on TikTok and YouTube. How y'all feel, man? Get in them comments and tell me, but I'm going to go off into this. I know some dudes, man, who don't take care of their children. I don't care how many children you have. You got to be responsible as a man. First, if you make a child, you are responsible for the well-being of that child. You're responsible for taking care of that child. I don't care what nobody say. Because look at it, man. Look at us as a society. Because somebody got to take care of the child. And if you have a child, be there for them because they need nurturing and things of that nature. But I know dudes who go to jail for child support, but run around here like they balling. What we doing? Nah, that can't be, man. You got lollipop tendencies if you do that. If you run around here talking about you taking, you're higher than. Appreciate that, man. I ain't high, man. I'm high off life. But check this out. Dealing with people who don't take care of their children, it's like, how you going to be around here flashing all this like you got that, or you're a businessman, and you don't take care of your children. That's weak. And also, ladies, do a report on men you deal with. Notice, if he got children previous, see how he interacts with them. If he don't pick them up, if he don't call them, if he don't spend time with them, if he's not interacting with his children, how good would he be to your family? We got to think about that. How good would he be to your family? We got to understand, hey, man, y'all double tap that screen. I appreciate the love. I'm seeing the hearts. And also, follow the Deprogram Show on YouTube because we're dropping a lot of content. I'm going to start going live more. How y'all feel? Get in them comments and tell me, man. I'm going to be honest, men should hold other men accountable. Men really are offended when another man holds them accountable, especially if they're dropping the ball. Man, I'm the creator of the lollipop tendencies, and I also said any man who doesn't take care of his children has lollipop tendencies. You have these dudes, they'll go by the newest J's, they'll go by all this and all that. I appreciate that, man. Alan fam, I see you. I appreciate the love, man. Appreciate the roses. Any man who don't take care of their children, man, they got lollipop tendencies. But back to the subject at hand. You'll go buy a car, you'll go start a business, but then you go to jail for child support. I just don't get it, bro. What we doing? Y'all share this, man. Y'all share this because we going to go in. Then You also have people who look like, oh man, or they be on there with the money phone. And then when it's time to do for their child, when it's time to be there for their child, they're not there, they're absent. You have to sacrifice. You have to be there. You have to go the extra mile. And you have to understand that even if you pay child support, if your child needs something, if your children need something, you have to it's your job, Alan Fam Core, I appreciate that, man. It's your job to tap in and do for your child, because honestly, men should provide the balance for their children. Men provide balance for their children, not the women. And you also are to help the woman go in the right direction. If she's struggling with something, if she's uneasy about a situation, you are to provide balance. If you don't provide balance, you gotta seek advice on how to provide balance. It's no, I can't do it. Can't shouldn't be in a man's vocabulary. If you made a baby, both parties need to do more diligence before laying down with someone. Exactly, Alan Fam Core 1. I agree. But the greater responsibility is on the man. And this is why I say this, because men lead women. If a man got a smooth talk game, he can, let's be honest, he can get with a woman. But the man is more responsible because women are responders. When you're dealing with women and they deal with you, they're going to respond to how you are. Women will even take on how you talk, your tone, your patterns, your tones, and things of that nature. Even your train of thought. If a woman is into you, she's going to get accustomed and used to your train of thought. So, with that being said, you are to elevate the woman, and especially if you have a child by her. Even if you're not together, your job for the child's sake is to elevate that woman. But what we've gotten used to is just going in these women and dropping, like my boy Joe T. Baker say, dropping pig in them and not following through. You got to follow through. If your follow through weak, keep it pushing, because it's causing too much problems in society. When you have an unfathered child, and what I mean by unfathered, they need developing. They need discipline. You can't just leave. And every decision you make affects your child. Fellas, if you're in the streets, find something else to do if you have children, because your children are suffering when you go to jail. We need to train our young men. Hey, do this. It's other ways to make a legal living and stack your money. Then re-up in your hustle legally, not illegally. Because what it does, it ends up leading your child to the penitentiary. Because again, I stated earlier, men provides balance. And if you struggle with that, get around other men who will hold you accountable, push you. Hey, bro, you need to be doing this. You need to be doing that. Because what we've gotten accustomed to is, let's be honest, man see another man dropping the ball, he'll be like, no, not around me. Hey, bro, let's get this together. If you need something, let's get it together. We'll find the resources to point you in the right directions. Men lead women. Again, men, be cautious of who you lay with. Let's be honest. I'm sick of men talking about the woman is crazy. You knew that, or you should know that before you insert your your pig in her. You should do your research on the woman before you ever lay with her. So that excuse of the woman is crazy is out the door. Even though as right as you are, people find it hard. No. Hey, check this out. But we got to quit tapping into just what we like, too. You got to have some self-control. As a man, you have to exhibit self-control. Let's be honest. You have to exhibit self-control. People want to just do whatever they want to do. When you do whatever you want to do, it serves ramifications and consequences for others. Because when you're involved with other people, they suffer too. Let me say that again. When you are in direct relation with other people, they suffer too. And we got to get past that, man. We got to get past just looking at what we like, the physical, because we got to get to the mental. We got to get to the mental and break down what is going on. Once we get to the mental of the situation and quit going after what we love to do. Danielle Foster 480, I see you tapping in. Daniel Foster, I'm sorry. Look like Daniel Foster 480, I see you tapping in. Like, we got to be honest. If you're, it's deeper than that. It's deeper than just your sexual being. Again, a man who don't take care of his children is less than a man. He's just a male. And men we got to get back to holding people accountable. And we got to quit rooting for men who dog women or feel like, oh, I'm going to be like granddad and them. Nah. Charles and White done got folks sent out. And really, man, we got to get back to holding each other accountable. And, all right, if you see me swaying off, if you care anything about me, hey, bro, pull me to the side. Hey, man, get your stuff together. Because that's what's going to happen. We have to push each other to be better. No matter where you at in life, you have to push each other to be better. Y'all, please share this because people need to hear this, man. Again, if you sell drugs, you need to stop because your children need you. Your family needs you. Because who is left to raise these children when a man is not around? If you look at the woman, if she's the type of woman who just love to have sex and get with dudes who love to leave and then complain. But men, we have to quit allowing room for women to complain because now the men not on their job. So what that leads the women to do is what they say, take up the slack. And what that is, women let's say this, women in the quote unquote brown community, which they would call the African American community. As a family, we think the woman is our backbone. That's sad, bro. Most men think I've heard men say, hey, man, my mother is the backbone of my family. Your mother shouldn't be the backbone of your family. A man should. She's carrying too much weight. If a woman is the backbone of your family finna fold. Because that weight was never meant for her to carry. Let me say that again. That weight was never meant for her to carry. If you believe that a woman should carry that much weight, it's something wrong with you. She's not equipped to carry that much weight. Men, we have the physical, mental, and the masculine fortitude to keep this up. Because we are the hunters. We are the rational thinkers. We are to keep our emotions intact long enough to be able to handle situations to help navigate our family. Because if you don't help your family navigate, then you're part of the problem. Let me say that again. If you're not doing the due diligence to help your family navigate, you are part of the problem. There's no other way around it. There's no other way around it. People can get mad all they want, but that's the truth. You got to do your due diligence to lead your family, man. It's crazy, man. We can't keep dropping the ball. And if you know a young man who doesn't have a father, assist him. We have to assist others. We have to, Positive Lady 2022, I see you. We have to assist others. We have to assist others in helping them. If everybody don't know what you know, if you care about somebody and you see somebody struggling, lend them a helping hand. Show them that, hey, because men is the key to getting our families back on track. We always complain about this going on, this going on, this going on. It's time for the real men to quit focusing on just sports. Pick up the ball and be men. Be responsible. Go the extra mile. Because going the extra mile is, we have to go the extra mile because let's be honest, granddaddy dropped the ball. His daddy dropped the ball. The fathers dropped the ball. So now the few men who are holding it down has to be fathers to multiple people. Once you have to be father, you might have to be a father to your wife. You might have to be a father to your mother because her father, your own grandfather, what dropped the ball. So now, with that being said, you have to hold it down. And with that, you have to get around men who are going to hold you accountable. Any man who love to be around yes men is the type of dude who won't take care of their children. I'm going to say that again. Any man who love to be around yes men are the type of dudes who won't take care of their children. People don't want to tell you this, but I'm going to tell it to you. I'm going to give it to you all the way live because this needs to be said. Y'all please share this live, man, because I'm going to be going in on topics like this. Men who don't take care of their kids. I don't really like putting the word kids, but for the sake of the length, because a kid is a baby goat. Let me say that again. A kid is a baby goat, but I'm speaking in the term of children. Y'all know what it is. This is the Deprogram Show where we break down the regular scheduled program, which is given to us every day. We're also living in society where guys like dwyanewade, who's supposed to be who is a public figure, is pushing that it's okay for his son to be a woman. That's your son, bro. Your duty as a man, dwyanewade, or any other man, is to guide your son, to help him make the best decision for him. But we live in a world where we want to applaud everything that gets us attention. Come on, bro. Since dwyanewade got with Gabrielle Union, a lot of his lollipop tendencies has been rising to the forefront. A lot of them been rising to the forefront. Carter Hawk 1234, I see you. 1234, I see you. Man, we got to get back to this realness, man. Where the real men at? Where the real women at? How y'all feel about men who don't take care of their children? Any man who don't take care of their children ain't a man at all. He's just a male with some masculine, I ain't even going to say masculine energy because that's another subject for another day. But men who don't take care of their children are not men at all. They need to grow up. And again, bro, if you got 12 and 13 children, you're doing a disservice by dating a woman. And let me say this. Brother, if you're not stable, you don't need to be dating. You don't need to be inserting your man part in a woman because men are to be responsible. So how can you be responsible for your children if your life ain't intact? Let's deal with that. If your life ain't intact, you living from pillar to post, you first got to take care of that. Besides, keep bringing children in the world. It's dudes out here with 14, 15 children who just moving like a bobblehead and living here or there without actually putting in the time, effort, and the wherewithal to get stable so they can help develop their children. You cannot help develop anyone if you're not stable. Let me say that again. If you're not stable, you can't help develop no one. So what you have to do, if you're in that situation and you know you're not stable, gather yourself. Then you're able to help your children because your children need you. The same struggles that you endure are the struggles your children will endure because they come from your genes. It's sad, man. Men, we have to tap in. We have to be there. We have to help bridge the gap. We have to be the bridge. And again, let me say this again, man. Quit putting all this weight on these women, bro. I don't want to hear no man talking about a woman crazy. If you lay down with her, you crazier than she is. I'm going to say that again. And men are going to get pissed by this. If you lay down with a woman and you talking about she crazy, you crazier than she is. Especially if you got a child by her. You willingly laid down with a woman that you call crazy. What's wrong with you? What is wrong with you? Because men have to be more responsible. We have to bring the balance and the power to the table. Kings set order. Let me say that again. A king will set order. But what you got is a bunch of little boys posing as men. And what is happening, you got other little boys looking up to little boys thinking that's the way to go. Nah, brother. That ain't the way to go. The way to go is to really get down, buckle down, and really get to the root of the issue. Look at your family. Fellas, I'm going to say this to y'all. Look at your family. Look at your mother. Look at your father. Look at the dynamics. Understand if you're repeating the same cycle. Because a lot of times you're repeating the same cycle and don't know it because you never even look back and say, hey, did my parents go through this? Did my grandparents go through this? Because what ends up happening, we as people marry our own dysfunction. We as people marry our own dysfunction. I'm going to say that again. Double tap that screen, double tap that screen. We as people marry our own dysfunction. And we love silly stuff. We love silly stuff. We sit around and we watch clowns all day on TV. We promote BS instead of promoting manhood. We got to get back down to the nitty gritty. If you have a son, teach your son how to do manly work because there's too many men out here who don't know how to change a tire. There's too many men out here don't know how to go and wash your car, don't know how to. Hey, bro, listen. Rule of thumb. If you see a woman coming in the house, don't let her carry nothing heavy in the house. Set the standard for your son. Set the standard for your grandson. Set the standard for any man around you. We have to set the standard for all real men. The Deprogram Show is setting a standard for all real men. And we're teaching young males how to keep developing. Because if not, we will get lost in the sauce. Man, I appreciate that love, man. Y'all share this because this does need to be shared. And also, the Deprogram Show on YouTube. Again, y'all go subscribe. Because we got to get to the point to where I'm calling men out. I got this thing I do called lollipop tendencies. And a lollipop tendency is to call out a male who think he's a man. And this is the thing. You got to get rid of the tendency and throw the lollipop away. Men hate to be called a sucker. So, if I tell you you got lollipop tendencies, you're going to get offended. But look at the fact if I'm telling the truth, because I never call no one by name. I just simply say, any man who don't take care of their child has lollipop tendencies. Am I lying? Is a man who don't take care of his child acting like a real man? No. Any man who is led by his woman has lollipop tendencies. If you're led by your woman and your woman looks at you to lead, how are you a man? How are you handling yourself accordingly like a man? I don't get it. How? Maybe I'm missing something. Am I missing something? But we've been taught to look up to these little boys who perpetrate like they're kings when they really boys. We got to get back to this because we have to push all the boys out the way and set the standard for men. Because you got too many men looking at these celebrities who are steering our youth down the wrong road. Go get that pistol. Let's not learn how to talk things out. My next video, I'm going to do a video on a situation. I won't call the guy's name, but I'm going to do a video on a situation to where it could have easily been a beef. This guy was once considered, I still got love for him. I don't deal with him like I used to. He was once considered a brother. I considered him a brother. And because of a misunderstanding, we had a disagreement, which led to something that could have led to a beef. I'm not going to even go into all that. But men are the set order. This me. Especially with guys that I consider brothers, like-minded individuals, or somebody pushing the culture forward. I refuse to beef with one of my brothers. It takes two to beef. I don't have to kill you because you don't like what I'm doing. We can just disagree. If you put your hands on me, then I'll protect myself. But just because we talking, if I'm telling the truth, get mad. Hey, man, you can be mad at me all you want to. But really, you're reflecting that what I'm saying is true. If what I'm saying is true, men shouldn't walk around dressing like women. Men shouldn't want to pursue the things that a woman pursue. Man, we got to set order, man. We have to set order in this thing. Because if we don't set order, it's just going to get worse. If your child, let me say this, man. I'm going to say this, and this finna piss some people off. If you are a man and your child, especially your male child, is looking up to a celebrity or a gangbanger, you got lollipop tendencies. You better start creating some balance. Start creating some balance. We have to get back to creating balance. Your daughter or your son should not be looking toward anybody but you for leadership. You have to train them. Hey, this is the route to go. We are to be focused enough to see, hey, what's going on over here? Are we really tapping in with being in tune with manhood? Why are we allowing, will you allow a man, this is a question for all men, will you allow a man in your inner circle that you know doesn't take care of his children? If you do, something wrong with you. If you will, there's something wrong with you. Y'all get in them comments, tell me what you think, man, because I'm just curious to know. I'll make a follow-up video to this if I get enough comments, because this is sad, man. You got these dudes around here flogging, and these women quit being aroused by little boys. Men are supposed to set the standard for their daughters. Hey, I said this as well. If a man gives his daughter away to a sucker, he got lollipop tendencies because he's supposed to evaluate the man that his daughter is trying to marry to see if the man stands up. The father's job is to make sure, can this man take care of my daughter? As a man, you're supposed to show your daughters the way. I got two daughters. And I told my two daughters, I will not give you away to a sucker. And I tell him that he's a sucker. And it's not about, and this is me. Even if he is a sucker, you could get rid of a sucker trait. You could still develop into a man because maybe he didn't know. Maybe he didn't know. I'm not opposed to helping a young brother who's willing to grow. If you're willing to grow, I'm willing to help you no matter where you at in life, because it's all about striving to do better. If you don't have a job and you're looking for a job, I'll help you. If you want to start a business, I'll help you in pointing you in the right direction. We have to get acclimated in doing better. Quit settling for the cheap route. Men, quit settling for the cheap route. Even if she's easy, you don't have to put your wood or pig in her. Even if she's easy, it's your job to be more responsible and tell her, no, Miss Lady, I'm cool. Because I have enough self-respect to let you know that I don't see you like that. I'm not going to make a lifelong commitment to you. I'm just going to misuse you. A man will tell her that. She will respect it in the long run. A man will tell a woman, hey, I think you're attractive. If he's a single man, I think you're attractive, but it's better for me to wait. And it's better for you that I wait. Because if I get with you, it's only going to be for my pleasure. And you're going to end up hurt because I'm not going to be with you in the long run. That's just facts. A real man would tell a woman that, even if he's attracted to her, because he's not thinking with his flesh. He's not thinking with his sexual appetite. He's using his mind. He's putting his mind over the matter. The matter is he's attracted to her. But what has happened, little boys have came across these women, and these women have accepted these little boys as men. And again, women, you do not know how to be a man. Men, if a woman tell you a real man does this and that, and you do not put her in her proper place, you don't have to do it disrespectfully. Put her in her proper place and let her know, look, I'm the man. But with saying that, you have to have a high level of responsibility that you've shown her over a period of time. That's all I'm saying, bro. Hey, man, this is the Deprogram Show. AllenFam.card1. I'm going to tap in with you. Matter of fact, hold on. I'm going to see if I can tap in with you now and follow you. I'm going to follow you. I see you've been rocking with me. We are already friends, man. Salute. I appreciate you. Also, follow me go to the YouTube and subscribe to the channel, man. I do interviews, dropping dope content such as this, because we got to get this word out there. Again, the lollipop tendencies. Any man who don't take care of his child got lollipop tendencies. And check this out. This is a side note. I'm preparing to start a series called the Agent Series. And the Agent Series will be talking about people in our community who points us to the government, and they're really agents. They're really deceitful. Because a person who's really for you is not going to point you to a system that's against you. That's just food for thought. Simple as that, man. Because we got to get back to the real, man. Men got to hold other men accountable. If you're not holding them, if you know a man who don't take care of his responsibilities, especially his children, cut him off, bro. Because he don't mean you no good if he's not willing to take care of his child. And if you know a woman who's dealing with a man like that, and you advise her, hey, you ain't hating, you just advising her, look, Miss Lady, that's not conducive. It's not even conducive for you to even be with him. Look at his track record. Look at his other children. Get to know him to understand he doesn't even be there for his other children. So don't even waste your time in trying to develop a family with this man. This man should be outcast until he grows up. I'm going to say it again, man. A man shouldn't even be on the dating scene if he doesn't have his stuff together. But a man won't even say that because, oh, bro, you hating. You say it's hating all you want. Facts is facts. Truth don't got to be validated by your ignorance. That's what's wrong with the world today, is because you have these little boys running around here posing as men, which is producing a killer because the killer didn't have balance as a child. The killer didn't have balance as a child because his father was a coward who ran off and wanted to be in the streets, sell dope, pop guns, and be a gangbanger. Now he's left to fend for himself with no correction, and he will meet an early grave. That's what happens when men don't take care of their responsibility. That's what happens. There's no way around it. Classic man, I appreciate you, man. I'm going to tap in with you. Double tap that screen and also go to the YouTube channel, the Deprogram Show, and subscribe. I appreciate you, everybody who watched this live, man, because we got to hold other men accountable. Because men are the keys to raising up kings, boys to men. The older men drop the ball. So men, I'm 39. It's a challenge for all 30 men, 30 and up. We have to hold it down for our young men. We have to help develop them. Enough for our fathers and grandfathers done already dropped the ball. So we got to hold each other accountable. Hey, bro, let's link in and keep building. Let's keep building.